Hello and welcome to Forever Red Devils. Welcome back to Manchester United season with the Red Devils set to get back onto the field tomorrow evening in a game against Nottingham Forest, which doesn't mean a lot, if you're going to be perfectly honest. United's season firmly lies within the Europa League campaign, which will commence once again next week. So this is not all about getting momentum. It's about getting players back to full fitness, a major injury update coming from Ruben Amorim, and lots of players back and ready to get involved this week, hopefully, and in preparation for that European tie next week. So that is basically the only thing ready to focus. It's been such a poor season for United that the only thing we could really look at is potentially an outside chance Champions League. I think, to be honest, most fans are kind of clocked out of the season, and we're now all about looking at what's going to happen in the offseason. What's going to happen with transfers, what's going to happen with Ruben Amorim, what's going to happen with players going out, players coming in, and what sort of decisions are Ineos going to take in the offseason that are going to try and hopefully set us up for a much better season next season. But we're going to go through the injury news and see who's fit and what maybe the team news might look a little bit like tomorrow evening. Before we do that, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock tomorrow, British Standard Time. And the big news is that we could see Harry Maguire and Lenny Euro back in the mix. They are fit again and are set to probably start tomorrow. I'd imagine try and get them some minutes. And this is the nice thing. The only nice thing about the international break, which was a bit frustrating in terms of we felt like we were getting a bit of momentum. But the big frustration was that, what I said, but the big positive rather, was it was 2 weeks to try and get players back. And given the fact that we were in the midst of an injury crisis, it came at the right time, to be perfectly honest. One of the few times where you kind of felt that an international break did come at the right time. And hopefully we're going to really be able to make the most of it and get ourselves ready. So other big updates is that no Luke Shaw just yet. Ruben Amorim confirming that he's still out. However, Mason Mount is feeling better, but he's already played a game, so he's already back, inverted commas. And the good news is that Kobe Mainoo is set to return very soon, and Johnny Evans is apparently ready. So we're going to look at the news a bit more, but basically he's just had his press conference, has Ruben Amorim, and these are some of the quotes that he did say. So speaking about Nuno Espirito Santo, say he's not surprised. This is quite an interesting sort of one, talking about the fact that Marcus Rashford. Now Marcus Rashford, and we'll make it a little bigger, I think. Has been full of. We've been a lot of conversation about Marcus Rashford, as you can see by the first comment over there. And the reason for that is because he's gone to Aston Villa. He is definitely playing better football. I don't think he's quite playing the football that some fans will have you believe. He's been decent, but not phenomenal. I don't think, but he has been playing. I think that's the main thing. And all of a sudden, he's been back in the England squad, and he's started, I think, for Gareth Southgate as well. So he's getting himself back in the mix. And I think that was one of the big reasons why he felt he had to leave, because he's got to get onto the pitch. He wants to be on the plane to America next year, to the World Cup. And he was not going to do that with United, with not playing games, the likes of that. So Ruben Amorim basically saying that he's focused on his team and his players and not on Marcus Rashford, who's out on loan. This in terms of what we want to finish saying, I don't know which place we're going to finish in, but we want to win games. We have matches to finish in a different position. We are more confident, so we are looking up. We want to win games and looking up at the moment. I personally don't really care. I don't know about you guys, but I don't particularly care about where we end up. I think at the moment it's for me it's far more focused about next season already, which is a bit sad, but that's the reality. And where we for me is not as important as trying to win that Europa League and trying to understand where our team is, where our squad is, who needs to go, who needs to leave. And that, for me, needs to kind of be the focus of what the next few months should be about. It should be about now, where's the squad? How far can we sort of get ourselves in the Europa League? But more importantly, come next season, what's our squad going to look like? Who's worth keeping? Who should we be moving on? And what are the big moves that are going to be that we're willing to make? So apart from that as well, Jody Obi Martin is with the United under-18s. They've got their Youth Cup semi-final this evening, looking really good in their Youth Cup. It'll be really cool to go see them go all the way. And the nice thing is that Lenny is back, saying he feels really good. And he's back in training today and no pain, and he's very happy with everything. He said, honestly, everyone in the club has helped me, even with an injury in the middle of the season. The medical staff, the players and the fans, everyone's able to support me. And this is something you need when you get a big injury. It's been really important to me. So good to see that he is back, because he has had a few injuries for his first season. Now, the worrying over here, with pictures are coming out saying that, with Aiden Haven in a boot, so he's not quite ready just yet. And some nice news is that Ruben Amorim has been nominated for Premier League Manager of the Month, next to Nuno Espirito Santo, who we play tomorrow, and Fabian Hüsler from Brighton. And it's deserved, to be fair. I think Bruno has been nominated for Premier League Player of the Season, or Player of the Season Player of the Month as well, which is also deserved. We have been very good in the Premier League just before the international break. We definitely seem to have turned a bit of a corner. We're playing significantly better football, we're getting results, but it just doesn't mean anything really. In the context of the season, we're so far back from anyone. Top four is not an option. We win tomorrow and we can go to 12th, assuming that Crystal Palace, who's got a game in hand on us, by the way. I mean, to get into the top 10, we've got to try and catch up 8 points. That's how bad this is. It's actually funny. You spend a bit of time away from it, and you start to you kind of forget just how bad the season's been. So at least maybe this is a bit of a sign of progress. And there it is. That's Bruno being nominated for a Player of the Month next to the likes of Bellegarde, Ilanga, Milinkovic, Rice, as well as Van Heck. So the nice thing about this is that you can go and vote for it, and actually having the fans, all the fans we did, and the way he's been playing, I think you probably will get that. And Andre Nana, by the way, as this was a couple of days ago, talked about the fact that a couple of other clubs had approached him, including Chelsea, Arsenal, and Atletico Madrid. I think a lot of fans in the club will probably say that they would have liked to have seen him gone there. So, I mean, in terms of Ruben Amorim, nothing too much in terms of the press conference to look at. He's very much just over here looking at the schedule and the fact that he needs to try and rotate players. But over here, talking about the fact that I know we will have at least 3 games in the Premier League that are really tough. The Europa League is also important. The Europa League is not also important, mate. The Europa League is the only thing that's important. We can get drilled by anybody. I don't particularly care in the next few weeks, providing we win those Europa League games. That's all that matters right now from a United point of view. It's got nothing to do with anything else. It's all about us trying to win that Europa League, because you win that Europa League and you get the Champions League. That is a salvage season. Maybe it is a bit of painting over the cracks, but it's still a salvage season. So we'll wait and see what we look like tomorrow. But let me know what you think. What are your predictions for tomorrow evening? And do you think we can get a result? Let me know down in the comments below. Smash the like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.